nobody in talking about all-time great sportscasters has ever talked about Champ Kind, and we are going to end that right here, right now. Because here to promote his new film, Priceless, in theaters near you on October 14th is none other than David Koechner. What's going on?
The ice. How are you, buddy?
Do you take offense to the fact that Vin's left the scene and Dick Enberg's left the scene? Everybody's talking about all-time great announcers. And where is everybody's favorite racist down in San Diego, right?
Where the tributes and the lauds for Champ Kind? I'm with you. Although I don't know if he's ever actually called a game because he doesn't know how.
Is that?
Well, we found out he probably doesn't know much about sports at all. You know, it's fun. I always, I'll do comedy in a bunch of different towns, and I'll have to go to the local, morning show. Yeah. And they're like, "Where's your hat?" They're just assuming I'm going to come in and be Champ Kind all day. And then we'll do the interview. And they go, by the way, will you just do the play-by-play on this? And some clip I've never seen before. Yes. I'm not even sure who's playing. Yes. My eyes are bad. I can't see, so I'm just screaming. Right. Usually volume will compensate
and
for
plus
content.
The lines that is Champ Kind is not safe for work at all.
It's not. You've got to be editing yourself as you go along.
Wow.
I'm about to drop some F-bombs here on your show.
That's a tightrope act.
Yeah, you'll get fined at a couple places at the FCC, right?
Yeah.
You're streaming radio and television.
Yes.
How's AT&T treating you? Are you okay?
Well enough that I think that, I'm growing largely concerned that Champ Kind might come out right now.
I just want, do they get you like free phones or free service? What's the deal?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Great idea, though.
That should come for every guest. The takeaway is a nice, fat iPhone. Other questions about the Fanatics contest.
Yes, sir.
Who's voting?
We are. Us.
Who's us? There's a lot of people in the studio.
Well,
we got gumballs over there.
Is it wrong that I picked up one of them and chewed it in the commercial break?
No,
that you rolled it on the floor?
No, it's a clean floor.
It bounced off of Eric, our researcher, and onto the floor.
Who's Eric, your researcher?
The one that you poured all the gumballs. What's his nickname?
Gumballs.
Now, years ago, when you were promoting Anchorman 2, I was fortunate to have you and Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd and Steve Carell, all four of you together.
Yes.
At the NFL headquarters in New York City. It was the last interview you guys did on your absurdly long, month-long run international tour for this. And you met Roger Goodell.
Oh, yeah.
And do you remember what you nicknamed him?
You mean Goody?
It was Goody and the Goods.
The Goods.
You called him the Goods.
That's a declension. Good, Goodsy.
But I think the person that was there that everyone was most excited to meet was Ed Hockley, the muscular referee who was there for league meetings in late December.
Yeah. Did we all get pictures?
You did.
I remember the set accidentally fell apart because you had to put a couch for all of us to sit on, and you had some league emblems.
Because it was part of the cafeteria during the day.
Yes.
And then at night Law was part of the dress up of that.
Yeah. Oh, Christopher.
My heart sank when that fell, but we were to tape. It wasn't live, and I thought we were going to stop down, and you guys decided to just go with it.
There was just fun chaos.
And chaos ensued.
That fell down because it had been masking taped to the wall. Folks, this is not a safe set, just so you know.
That's right. And you jumped up?
Yes. I think we knocked the other one down.
Well, Steve Carell jumped on Paul Rudd like he was a member of the Secret Service to try and save him from whatever had happened.
Someone had a bunch of
clothespins.
NFL rings.
That's right. Well, I brought out the rings to show you, and Steve Carell's a big Patriot fan, so I brought the Patriot rings.
Right.
And Will Ferrell truly pocketed one.
They got stolen.
He pocketed one and then acted like I don't know where it was.
He got so nervous.
Very rarely do I break into a sweat in my career.
Yeah.
Because it was also, again, it's the makeshift cafeteria, and it was late December, and I was wearing a sweater, and it was the heaters were on full blast.
Yes.
It was 100 degrees in that room.
It was warm.
But it was great that all four of you guys came in together.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Things were falling.
That was
fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a great tour.
Who were you channeling as Champ Kind? There had to be somebody.
You know what? It's really, you can't say any one person because that would not be a compliment. Champ is an awful person.
Okay, so say Skip Bayless then. Is that wrong?
No.
Is this thing on Del Tufo? No, but seriously, so there's not one person?
No, not really. I mean, he looks like Joe Garagiola a little bit from the 70s with the thing, but Joe's a sweetheart of a man.
Right.
So you wouldn't want to place that at his feet. Mm-hmm. So it's just an amalgamation of every, jackhole announcer that wasn't very good, that really tried to make his stones.
That word is not used enough, by the way.
Well, I'm not sure if I can say.
I think but it's a perfect amalgam, to use your word.
Substitution? Yeah, okay. My kids would not get in trouble at home if they say jackhole. You'd go like, what'd you say? Jackhole?
Scot-free. Scot-free.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
I like it.
In fact, I would appreciate the creativity of it.
Is it trademarked? Officially.
No, whoa, that's mine.
By David Koechner right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Let's take a... We'll be back here in just 60 ticks of the clock. We'll talk about your Chiefs.
Beauty.
Well, what do you make two games and two and two?
Well, 500 is better than our start last year.
That's true.
But, to be honest, in all fairness, it was raining. So
okay.
I mean, clearly the Steelers had they were struggling with it too. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I know.
Just blown coverage. Time and again.
Are you going to a Chiefs game this year?
Yes, going to the 20th, a tailgate. Myself and Rob Riggle for the Big Slick charity, which you participate in, and thank you so much again for doing that.
No,
it's
always Big
such
Slick
a great cause
for Children's Mercy Hospital there in Kansas City. Awesome stuff.
So Rob and I are going to attend a tailgate November 20th, the Jaguars game.
How do you say that word?
Jaguars.
That's how you say it?
I add extra R's.
You know what? How people say Jaguar? That one I don't understand.
It sounds like Jack Hole. Jaguar. That's pretty good insult. What are you, a Jaguar? Some kind of Jaguar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're just like, hey, I'm just asking you if you're a Jacksonville fan.
That's right.
Truth is a total defense.
Yeah, don't talk to me, Jag.
So could people get in on this?
They're
tailgate?
all sold out.
No,
they're all sold out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great though. So you and Rob Riggle,
yes,
are going to be in the Arrowhead parking lot prior to the game against the Jaguars or Jaguars or Jaguars. That's awesome.
That's awesome. It'll be fun, right? And so we'll get some good spirit. We're going to win that game for sure.
Okay.
Look, I love are there only 3 teams undefeated still?
Yes, sir.
There's great parity this year. I mean, last year went for 8 weeks, and we had a bunch of teams undefeated.
Yeah, Carolina went all the way damn near to December.
So that's not going to happen. We know that. I like that we have some more parity this year, right?
Okay.
Well,
again, 2-2, as you said, was better than last year, 1-3. Now Jamal Charles is back and all of it. And so David Koechner here on the Rich Eisen Show. The Kansas City Royals, technically still World Series champions?
Absolutely. Has the World Series? Has it even been played?
So up until the very moment the trophy is,
you're still king until you're dethroned. Mm-hmm. I mean, you tell me. You enjoy sport. No, I think we all know that they are the champions until the final pitch.
Would that be the way you guys would consider that?
Oh yeah,
I think so too.
For sure.
They have to be dethroned.
Listen, I don't care what you guys think. We are in a feud.
That's right.
All right. This is a range war as far as I'm. If I had things to throw, and I do.
Mm-hmm. Have you adopted the Rams? Now that they're here in Los Angeles.
You know what I love is that Eric Dickerson has such a prominent place in the Rams organization, and that he's getting highlighted. That's what I love, because he's one of my favorite running backs of all time.
Yeah, he's all over the local media all of a sudden.
I love it. He's such a class guy and just a gazelle. He was my favorite as a kid.
We had him when he came in here do some drops. Do you have Mike Del Tufo? Some of the we had him read some drops here on the Rich Eisen Show. Play some of the best of Eric Dickerson's drops for David Koechner.
Mike Del Tufo doesn't have 2 outfits. Rich Eisen smells like yam and aqua velva. Moist goat tongue feels great on my feet. Mm-hmm. Nothing beats 2 scoops of bacon ice cream. Form 104 OZ income tax return, single and joint filters. Brockman's bald head is shining like a full moon.
There you go. Yeah.
Why isn't that guy doing an R&B album? Right? That's Barry White right there.
He also had a cold when he came in,
Did
too.
he?
Yeah.
Well, it served him well.
That added to it. So,
but no, not yet.
Yes.
I mean, look, I'm a Chiefs fan, but at least they're, an NFC team, so there's no real conflict. And I look forward to bringing my kids to some games as it gets closer.
Is your kid playing football now?
Oh, yeah, Sargent. Sargent is a 5th grader, and he's a beast. Defensive end is his position.
5th grade defensive end.
Yeah, but it's flag. We're not.
Okay. How are you as a parent, a sports parent?
I'm pretty calm.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I like it.
I mean, because no one wants. You yell when they make great plays, and otherwise, just what advice can you give? Right, just get after the flag, jump off the ball, and look it in. What else can you say?
Look it
in. That's the only problem. Look it in.
Look in.
That's how you catch a ball.
That's right.
But he's kind of a beast. I love that he's played a lot of different teams for the
neat.
Park League, and I love it when there's a coach that previously coached him. We'll have to go, who's got Koechner? Get on Koechner! Get on Sargent! Because he will, he's a good defender.
Who's got Koechner?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that one before? Your son said
My wife, I guess. She'll say, I do, but only for life.
I love it. So tell me about Priceless. This is a serious film, to say the least, a drama thriller about human trafficking. So this is something sort of outside of what you normally associate.
Typically, a buddy of mine, Steve Barnett, was a producer, and he said, I've got this script I think you're going to dig. And he sent me the script, and he says, there's a part for you if you want it. And so I read it, and it touched my heart because I have 3 daughters. I mean, you get it. It's one of those things where you feel like, all right, if I could give voice and awareness to what this horrible thing that really exists, then I feel compelled to do something like that. So I think it turned out really well. It's going to only have be released in 300 to 600 theaters first. So you're going to have to look for it a little bit, folks.
Okay.
Pricelessthemovie.com, and you can see it in your area. But it is an important subject, and I think it's something that a lot of people think, well, if people are forced into prostitution, that's their choice, but oftentimes it's not. Women are kidnapped and thrown into this horrible life, or a lot of times they're boyfriended in. There's so many awful things, but if you look up human trafficking, I hope your soul is touched in a way that you feel like you should do something about it.
At David Koechner on both Twitter and Instagram, Priceless in theaters near you. Check it out on the 14th of October. Thanks for coming in, brother.
All right, thanks for having me, and I look forward to this lifelong feud.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.